Hello, I'm Spencer Hall with EnergeticCity.ca, and this is the Community Roundup, which is sponsored by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. And I'm here today with Jared Braun from the Fort St. John Salvation Army. How are you doing today, Jared?
I'm doing really good, Spencer. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's nice and sunny out, which is nice. And
Yes.
we've got a kettle here. So I'm just going to ask you a few questions
Sure.
this morning. So I see that you and your partners held an open house yesterday with some local grocery store management and some other supporters. What does the continued support of the community mean to you, and are there ways to kind of grow that support going forward?
Yeah. You know, we just feel so blessed to be able to have a community that really stands behind the work that we're doing. You know, the representation that we had from the managers yesterday just really showed right from leadership all the way to ground level. We have people that are volunteering, that are contributing, that are partnering with us to make sure that nobody in our community needs to be hungry, that as many needs as possible are being met. And so it really encourages us.
That's awesome. So how much has been donated, and over how long have you been working with these partners in the community?
Yeah, so year to date, we've received over 150,000 pounds of foods, and that's about the same as we were last year, and we, of course, we'll look forward to seeing that continue to go through the rest of the year. And these partnerships have really been in place for a number of years. They just keep growing as we move along, and you know, we even in the relationships we were talking about yesterday, we're saying, you know, as more of these partnerships increase, we will hire more people, we'll recruit more volunteers, we'll do whatever we need to do to be able to provide the greatest amount of support. We're a growing community, and you know, with that there's a lot of benefits, but also come challenges as, you know, the needs increase as well. We want to be there right in line to be able to meet those needs immediately.
First Nations, then you really make publicity.
Where does this food go? And is it just food that's being donated?
So mostly that's 150,000 pounds is foods. Walmart, we also receive other household items that we're able to contribute to people, school supplies, shoes, different clothing and stuff like that as well. And most of it is distributed through our food bank here. But as well, we have a lot of partnerships in town with other organizations, places like the Women's Resource Center just down the road here, the Pregnancy Care Center, and Meals on Wheels, other organizations that are supporting other vulnerable people, senior people. We're able to contribute to them. We've given over 10,000 pounds of foods to these organizations as well, beyond what we're giving through our food bank and our Northern Center of Hope, our emergency shelter facility, where we provide community meals as well.
That's brilliant. Switching gears now, how do you feel that you've officially begun construction of your supporting housing complex? So how far along are you, and how do you think this is going to affect the community going forward?
Yeah, it's been really exciting. Yesterday was a concrete pouring day, and we've been waiting for that. The weather has just been wonderful for that. So construction's moving along really well. We are expecting that the modular units themselves, a number of them are in Fort St. John already, and they'll start being constructed and stacked up probably into early November. And we're looking forward to seeing construction completed in the spring of 2022. And there's just a lot of anticipation for what this is going to mean for the community, with us being able to offer 42 independent, supportive, affordable housing units, something that just doesn't exist in our community right now. And so there's high anticipation of being able to really alleviate some of the pressures, even from our emergency shelter or other housing situations, people that don't have a home, that are living on the street. We're coming into winter, you know, and so there's a high recognition that this is going to be of huge value to our community.
Absolutely. And personally for you, it must be very exciting. I'm sure it was many years kind of going into it, like, you know, for this supportive housing complex. Like, personally, are you excited? Like,
yeah, I mean, it was something that, you know, I kind of adopted coming into the position. But even myself being a member of the community for a long time, you know, we could see as the community grows, the needs grow. We recognize, you know, more folks that are struggling, that don't have homes. And so to be able to be on the front lines of working together with our partners at BC Housing, and being able to offer the expertise from our experience in doing emergency housing and transitional housing really sets us in a great place to be able to look forward to providing this new service in Fort St. John.
That's awesome. Well, going forward, what are some upcoming focuses for the Fort St. John Salvation Army?
Yeah, well, we can't miss it. Our kettles right here, and of course, Christmas season is coming. We're looking forward to that, and really the kettle campaign is the largest fundraising campaign that we have for the Salvation Army, really around the world.
Yeah.
And it is just a very tangible, very simple way for people to contribute to what we're doing, and so people can look forward to seeing the kettles arrive in the grocery stores and some of the other retail places that they're familiar with seeing them in the middle of November. Of course, we need volunteers. We love to make it a personal and a relational experience, and so we'll be looking for volunteers to fill 750 shifts over the Christmas season. And so people are interested in volunteering and standing with the kettle and meeting and greeting people, then they can contact us.
Yep.
And we would love to hook them up. And something that people can look forward to again is we've tried to make it as simple as possible. We're going to have not only the bucket that you can put change and cash and checks in, but we're going to have a tap option for debit and credit
brilliant.
cards as well, so that people can tap and make a donation of $5, $10, or $20, whatever they feel led to do. And so yeah, that's a big thing that we're looking forward to in a very simple way that people can get behind and support us.
That's brilliant. Are there any other ways that the community can kind of support the Salvation Army and the food bank in the coming months?
Yeah, so as we continue to see the needs increase, just this month alone, we've had 14 new families register to access the food bank. And so anybody that would be interested in maybe hosting a food drive, we are always, needing to get more food. People that are interested in hosting fundraisers, we'd love to work with them. And of course, volunteers. We love to have people come in and be a part of sorting and organizing food in the food bank, or working in our thrift store, which of course is another way that we give back into our community. And so we're always looking for more volunteers as well.
Excellent. What types of items are kind of needed during the winter months for the food bank and the Salvation Army?
Yeah, so there's always a demand for winter coats, toques, gloves. So those are just really tangible things that we always need.
Yeah.
And for food, we're looking for food that's going to be healthy and nutritious to people, that can keep their calories up.
Yeah.
And coming into Christmas, as we do Christmas hampers, and so if people would feel so inclined to even donate things like turkey or ham that we're able to give to people who would otherwise not be able to afford food like that, we'd be glad to receive those types of things as well.
Excellent. Are there any types of items that people should avoid donating?
Probably just anything that's going to be immediately perishable.
Yeah.
If they have something like that, it needs to be able to make it into the food bank really quickly. We have the coolers and the freezers and so on to accommodate that. But it's really pretty open. They can always just give us a call if they're curious, and we can find out if it's something we can or cannot take.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add today?
Spencer, we just want to say a big thank you again to all the people in Fort St. John who really get behind the work that we're doing at the Salvation Army, whether it's shopping at our thrift store, contributing to our food bank, supporting the people that we serve at our Northern Center of Hope. We're so grateful for this community, its generosity, and we're just glad to continue to be a part of the work of caring for people in our community.
Excellent. Well, if you want to support the Salvation Army, their kettles are coming to stores. Very exciting. Thank you to Jared for joining us. This has been the Community Roundup. I'm Spencer Hall with energeticcity.ca. And again, the Community Roundup is brought to you by Brad's Furniture and Appliances. Thank you so much, Jared.
Yeah, no problem, Spencer.